I am going to explain to you the movie. It is a Hatchet Part 2. This movie is linked to the previous movie. To understand this movie, it is compulsory to watch Part 1. Otherwise the video will not be understood. And now let's go to the explanation of the movie. This movie is exactly where Part 1 ended. Where Crowley caught Mary Beth. Mary Beth kills Mary Beth to save her life. She kills Mary Beth and puts her life to death. And she falls into the water. Mary Beth takes advantage of the opportunity and goes away. Then a man from the family comes to his house. And Jack was not a man, but a man who was screaming and telling them to go to the swamp. Mary Beth tells him that Victor Crowley has killed everyone. And now he is behind him. Jack says that he tried to stop everyone, but no one heard him. He says that he came to find his father and brother, but Crowley killed him too. Jack asks him his name. Then he tells Mary Beth Denston his name. As soon as he hears his name, Jack gets to know that he is the daughter of Samson Denston. Jack tells him that he should leave his house. Mary Beth cannot understand what happened to Jack. He takes a shotgun and says that if you want the answer, then go to the Reverend Zombie. But leave from here. Mary Beth leaves from there. After a while, Jack hears someone's voice. And he gets alert. Then Victor Crowley comes from behind. And his voice starts to crackle. He cracks his throat so hard that his head gets separated. On the other hand, Mary Beth comes to the Reverend Zombie. Zombie doesn't talk to him at that time. And then he comes to the house. He sends the phone to the house. And he has to talk to him. Then he calls him in. The previous night, he tells him everything that happened with him. But the zombie asks about the driver of the boat. And he says that he was killed too. He hears the zombie and tells him that the boat was his. And he was asked to tour the boat with the stolen car. And on his request, Sean went to tour the boat. Mary Beth tells him his father's name. And she asks him what he knows about him. And then the zombie narrates a story in front of him. He tells that when he was a kid, Thomas Crowley's name was a boy. He lived in the jungle with his wife Shannon. Shine was very ill. She had stomach cancer. And this disease was eating her inside. Shine was a nurse who used to come to check up on her. Slowly Thomas and the nurse got very close to each other. And even Thomas, who didn't want to, was cheating his wife. Because she was very helpless. Her wife was just like a dead body. She was waiting for her death. Thomas was seeing her die little by little. And there was no one who understood her pain. At this time, when the nurse came near her, she couldn't control her emotions. She kept her fear hidden from Shine for many days. But finally that day comes when she feels that Shine is dead. And that day, she gives a decision to live with each other forever. But Shine was not dead yet. And she holds them with her colorful hands. And then she gives her child to the dead body. And finally that day comes when her child is born. So she becomes so helpless that her mother dies seeing her. Although Thomas also hated Victor. But as time passed, he also started loving him. Because he was a little kid. And then Halloween comes. And that night comes when Victor Crowley is killed by the mischief of 3 children. And after 10 years, Thomas's life also ends. And he also dies. And from that day on, Victor Crowley finds his father in the swamp every night. And in the middle of that, whatever comes in his way, he kills him. But what was to be taken from Mary Beth's father? And now a big secret is exposed. And that was that Victor Crowley, who died because of 3 children, was a father of Mary Beth. Then Mary Beth says to the zombie that he should take him back there. She says that she wants to bury her father and brother's dead body. But the zombie has understood that she only wants Raven, for which she refuses to clean. Then Mary Beth, the police, threatens to tell about her soft heart. And then she agrees to go there. But she also keeps a condition to go there. She demands a man who was Mary Beth's uncle. Then Mary Beth also agrees to her and goes there. After Mary Beth goes, a zombie tells the well-trained hunter to gather, in which the man named Trent mentions him. On the other hand, Mary Beth goes to her uncle and tells him the whole incident. On which her uncle says that Victor Crowley is just an orphan. And he should tell the police. Then Mary Beth says that once he walks with him on the swamp, and after coming there, she will tell the police everything. She agrees to this.